Hello, good evening and welcome to the Go Casher Stadium, the home of the Sussex FA for this evening's Sussex Transport Senior Cup semi-final tie between Worthing FC and Three Bridges. 43 places separate these two teams, with Worthing currently third in the National League South and Jamie Crellin's Three Bridges 8 points clear at the top of the Isthmian League South East Division, the 8th tier of English football. The stakes are high, with a spot in the final of this competition up for grabs, which is of course played at the American Express Stadium, home of Premier League outfit Brighton and Hove Albion. A winner tonight is guaranteed, with the game going straight to penalty kicks if you're level at the end of the 90 minutes. I'm Jude Deedigan. Thank you for everyone for tuning in live on YouTube and the Sussex County FA's official Twitter page. So then there were 48 teams entered this competition at various stages, but only Worthing FC, Three Bridges, Eastbourne Borough and Brighton's under-21s remain. That other semi-final date is still yet to be announced. So Adam Hinshelwood's team, third in the National League South, are vying to extend their record of most Sussex Senior Cup trophy wins as they look for title number 23 in their history. Standing in their way, 8th tier outfit Three Bridges will be looking to ruffle some more feathers in the National League South this evening, having knocked out holders Horsham in the previous round after prevailing in a penalty shootout. Jamie Crellin's side, top the Isthmian League South East Division, have attracted the gaze of plenty of non-league football fans across the country for their attractive and free-flowing brand of play. They have scored 110 goals in just 35 league games, only conceding 35 in the process. Meanwhile, Worthing are the top goal scorers in their league, having breached their opponents' nets on 78 occasions in the National League South. So we're here live from Culver Road, aka the home of the Sussex FA and Lancing FC. Kickoff is approximately 7 minutes away here at 7:30 p.m. Of course, a lot at stake tonight, with the winners of this tie progressing through to the final, and they'll be playing either Eastbourne Borough or Brighton Hove Albion under-21s. Thank you everyone for tuning in this evening. It's a nice, lovely springs weather here. It's very nice and not a cloud in the sky as the sun set about an hour ago. Decent crowd here. Of course, Three Bridges based in Crawley. Their plans making the trip over to hopefully, in their eyes, watch their team potentially produce an upset after, of course, already knocking out 6th tier opposition in Horsham a few months back. Adam Hinshelwood, John Meaney, the Worthing manager and assistant manager, emerging from the tunnel, joined by Jamie Brooks, lead analyst, Cam Morrison, first team coach, John Keeley as well. Get a warm round of applause as they make their way over to the dugout on the opposite side. Just going through the road to the semi-final so far. Three Bridges have so far knocked out Little Common, Wick and, of course, Horsham in the quarter-final. That ended 1-1 and ended up with Three Bridges winning 4-1 on penalties. So they'll feel like they've got the upper hand if it is to go to spot kicks. Worthing have actually lost a penalty shootout this season, not in this competition, in the FA Trophy, as they lost to Gloucester City after the game ended 3-3. Three Bridges also boast the biggest win in the competition this season. They won 10-0, reaching double digits against Wick FC in the third round. Worthing's path has all been away from home, all away from the Sussex Transport Community Stadium. The second round, they beat Jarvis Brook 7-0 with a hat-trick from National League South top goal scorer Brad Dollahan in that one. Third round, they also knocked out New Haven. And the quarter-final, Broadbridge Heath, on the receiving end of a 3-1 beating from Worthing, with Ramiro Moulton, Ollie Godziemski and an own goal, the difference there. Moulton and Godziemski on the bench. So we'll go through the two teams with kickoff just 5 minutes away, starting with, I was going to say the host team. Of course, we're at a neutral venue, but the designated host team, Worthing FC, this evening. Adam Hinshelwood makes 10 alterations from the weekend's 2-0 victory over Chelmsford City in the National League South, with only Joe Cook retaining his place in the starting 11. So Worthing line-up as follows: in goal, number 15, Josh Jeffries. Number 22, Danny Jordan. Number 5, Joe Cook. Number 6, Ben Jackson. Number 18, Toby Byron. Number 8, and the captain for this evening, O'Day. Number 10, Jack Spong. Number 20, Matt Burgess. Number 7, Razak Coleman de Graft. Number 21, Brad Dollahan back into the starting 11. And number 28, Callum Morton. On the bench for the Rebels this evening, only 5 players allowed to be named in this competition. Adam Hinshelwood names the following: number 13, Taylor Seymour. Number 2, Joel Colbrand. Number 9, Daniel Nkrumah. Number 25, Watford loanee Ramiro Moulton. And number 27, Ollie Godziemski. And Jamie Crellin has named the following team for Three Bridges this evening. In goals, number 1, Sam Roberts, as both teams emerge from the tunnel here, led out by captains O'Day and Noel Leighton. So Three Bridges line up as follows. In goal, number 1, Sam Roberts. Number 2 is Dan Ferreira. Number 5, Sam Bull. Number 6, Hayden Neathy. Number 8 is Brian Villavicencio. Number 9 is Noel Leighton, and the captain. Number 11, former Worthing player Reece Hallard. Number 14, Ade Adeyinka. Number 16, Ben Holden. Number 17, Hayden Velvick. And number 20 is Charlie Bennett. On the bench for the Bridges this evening, number 4, Harvey Willard. Number 7, Carlos Richards. Number 10, Kevin Rivera. Number 15, Trezor Defika. And number 18 is Billy Irving.
20, Matt Burgess.
So thank you everyone for tuning in this evening, live on the Sussex County FA official Twitter and YouTube for this Sussex Transport Senior Cup semi-final between Worthing FC and Three Bridges. Worthing in their home kit of all reds, red shorts, red socks and red shirts. Three Bridges in a amber and gold, their home kit as well, as they're just getting a team photo. So for those of you joining us live on Rebels Live, we're also being streamed, this game's being live streamed with the exact same commentary feed over on Sussex County FA's official Twitter page and their YouTube. Exact same Twitter feed, and with, of course, view of the game with the camera here. So for those of you who opt to go to that streaming service, then we won't be offended on Rebels Live, as it is the exact same feed anyway. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Kickoff is approximately 3 minutes away here in West Sussex, here at Culver Road, home of Lancing FC, and of course the Sussex FA. So now Worthing getting their team photo as well. I think they're just trying to organise it. There's a bit disjointed there. I think deciding who's going to lean down, who's going to sit up. Three Bridges in their respective huddle. Massive game, of course, both teams with a spot in the final at stake. Of course, which is played at Brighton, at the home of Brighton and Albion, the American Express Community Stadium. I'm Jude Deedigan. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. O'Day is just shaking hands with the referee. The match officials are: the referee in the man in the middle is Simon Fairs. He is assisted by Dan Cooper and Dylan Bailey, with Harry Wood, the fourth official. O'Day is broken away from the team huddle and is just about to go through the pleasantries with Three Bridges captain Noel Leighton. Three Bridges have scored at will this season. 110 goals in 35 league games is very impressive, averaging over 3 goals per game. So expect goals this evening, expect melodrama, expect action, and just a reminder, if the game is level, after 90 minutes, penalty kicks will be decided to see who is the first team to book their spot in the final of the Sussex Transport Senior Cup. Two captains have gone through the pleasantries. Three Bridges are ready to go. O'Day just giving some last instructions to his team. Of course, for Worthing, a return in goal for Josh Jeffries, Southampton low knee. He's back in between the sticks after Taylor Seymour's been in goal for the last 4 or 5 matches. Again, Joe Cook, the only player to retain his spot from the weekend. Jack Spong back after recovering from an illness, back into the starting 11. Matt Burgess, after a loan spell at Eastbourne Borough, he's back as well. And actually, South top goal scorer Brad Dollahan makes the starting 11 for the first time in a few weeks. As does new signing Callum Morton, who signed on a free transfer after previously playing at Bristol Rovers. And we are just about ready to go here at West Sussex, as Simon Fairs just make sure everyone is ready. It'll be Three Bridges to kick off, kicking from right to left as we see it. This is the Sussex Transport Senior Cup semi-final. We are underway here at Lancing. It's now here with Sam Bull, who trying to feed it into midfield. It's punched back, and O'Day immediately trying to apply their press, and it's resulted in Brad Dollahan being presented with possession. Dollahan, early chances for Worthing inside the opening 30 seconds. Coleman Graff taking on his man, drifting in field. Morton lays it off to the edge of the box to Burgess, who neat turn to find Toby Byron on the left-hand side. Byron taking on Ferreira on that left-hand side. Byron lays off to Spong, who's going to shoot first time. It's a tame effort and just about going to be able to cleared by the Bridges. It's going to be forced back, and it's going to be trying kept in from going up for a corner. It will be, and then Hack clear. Spong was applying the press. The ball was headed our way. Fortunately, it doesn't hit us. That would have been an interesting start within 60 seconds. It will be a throw into Worthing. immediately you're going to see the sort of way Worthing are trying to set up, trying to start early here. Actually will be a Three Bridges throw-in. Thought it took a nick off Jack Spong, but the linesman thought otherwise. It's long throw down the line. It's got a lot of loft on it from Holden. Joe Cook wins his aerial battle. Spong helping his team out. Leighton applying the press, and Spong's been forced to hack it clear for another Three Bridges throw-in. And with the long throw abilities that Ben Holden has, we could see these sort of situations be a real asset to Jamie Crellin's side this evening. Holden will actually go back towards Bull, and Bull's going to go all the way back to his goalkeeper Sam Robertson nets. So early spell of possession for Three Bridges here at Culver Road. Bull plays out wide. Dollahan initially trying to apply the press. Burgess then, is that going to foul? It is. With Dan Ferreira, who's just inverting from that right side. Harried there by a mixture of Burgess and O'Day, which resulted in the fullback being fouled. It's a long free kick over to his left-hand side. It's a neat touch in there and a great flick from Hallard. It's back now to Adi Inca. Spins away from Burgess, looks to spin it out wide to the right-hand side. Touch on it from Toby Byron. Jack Spong helps on with his head. Now it's Burgess competing and cleared by O'Day. Dollahan's going to chase this loose ball, but it's well anticipated from the back by Bull. It's an interesting ball here for the number 20 for Three Bridges, Charlie Bennett to chase, but Danny Jordan, the 18-year-old's done his defensive duties well to see how to play for a throw-in. Initially taking it infield with the throw-in to Spong, and it's a neat play from Worthing to break out from the back. O'Day now's got plenty to run into. He's going to stride forward. It's number 8 versus number 8 with Brian Villavicencio trying to chase Danny O'Day, but he's done well to play it back to Spong. Now it's Jackson, the former Brighton Hove Albion youngster. It's the first touch of the evening for Southampton Loney and Worthing goalkeeper Josh Jeffries. Cook. Back to Jackson, playing on the left side of a back four, partnering Cook. Dollahan dropping deep, plays a 1-2 with Jackson. Worthing just looking to assert some dominance in the opening stages with 3 minutes gone. Jackson drops his shoulder and advances forwards, spins past 2 or 3 amber shirts and lays it off to Byron on the left-hand side. Byron looking to feed Dollahan in behind. There's a chance for Worthing. It's Brad Dollahan. Goes down inside the areas. That's a penalty. The referee, Simon Fairs, waves it away. Danny Jordan stopping a brisk attack there from Three Bridges. Comes forward once more. Jordan, Coleman DeGraft. Massive appeal there from the Worthing contingent behind the goal. Dollahan looked to be fouled there, but again, the referee plays on. O'Day's going to pick up this loose ball. And with Villavicencio in close attendance, so O'Day's going to be forced back and just about on the slide gets over to Cook. That's a heavy touch though, presents Hallard with it, the former Worthing FC man. Adi Inca slipping in down the right side. It's a massive chance for Three Bridges in the early stages. It's Velvik who's scored. It's an opening goal for Three Bridges inside the opening 4 minutes. A brisk counter-attack. So Hallard release Hayden Velvik, and with just 4 minutes gone, Three Bridges have taken an unlikely lead here in Lancing. A sharp finish in towards the bottom corner. Josh Jeffries was left with no chance. And that's exactly the start that Jamie Crellin would have wanted.
Hayden Velvik.
So an early opening goal here in the semi-final. Hayden Velvik with the opening goal. Sharp finish into that bottom corner. And we're back underway here. Now Worthing will have to look to respond after falling behind earlier than I think they probably would have expected here. After having a penalty appeal waved away, here's Razak Coleman-DeGraaf. Worthing looking for an instant response. Coleman-DeGraaf inside the box onto his left foot, tries to chop back to his right. Now Jack Spong has it. This game has got a lovely flow to it. Here's Toby Byron now. Byron taking his man, trying to get towards the byline. Being halted, held up there by the goal scorer Velvik, and forced back to Jack Spong, back in the team for Worthing this evening. So 5 minutes gone, it's Worthing 0, Three Bridges 1. Hayden Velvik, sharp finish, and then Byron just committing a foul on that far side. So not the start Adam Hinshelwood would have wanted here for his team. Made 10 changes from the weekend's win over Chelmsford City, which saw them retain third spot in the National League South. 42 places separating the two sides, and it's the lowest ranked team left in the competition, Three Bridges, who currently hold the advantage here in West Sussex. It's going to be a free kick now for Sam Roberts to take. He'll launch it long into the West Sussex sky. Jackson will win the contact. Jordan competed for it. It's going to drop now to Hallard. Hallard inside the box. There's another chance for a second. Hallard, great save by Jeffries, and it's bouncing around the box and hurriedly cleared by Jack Spong. But Three Bridges threatening to double their lead inside 6 minutes here. They've absolutely thrown at the traps and making a stark impression. Dolahan is dispossessed by Velvik. Neat footwork, trying to work it in field. Jackson bundles into Villavicencio on that far side and wins a free kick for his troubles. It was a robust challenge by Jackson. Freebridge looking to take this quickly with Hallard in behind. He will reach it up against Joe Cook. Hallard forced wide by the number 5 of Worthing. It's early ball driven towards... That's the second goal for Three Bridges. And Charlie Bennett in minute 7 sees the Three Bridges lead by 2 goals to 0. Who would have expected this before a ball was kicked here? An early cross here for the right-hand side, delivered in towards the back stick, and it was Charlie Bennett who stuck a leg out, his left foot, a deft touch into the bottom corner.
Second goal of the evening and second goal for Three Bridges in the 7th minute.
And it's 2-0 to Three Bridges. And Worthing players are looking around at each other, slightly confused and despondent. They don't really quite understand how they find themselves 2 goals down inside 7 minutes. And Burgess gets things back underway straight away. And Worthing now with a mountain to climb. Coleman Graft. Here's Dolahan racing down the left-hand side, slips infield, looking for Coleman Graft. It's a loose touch in there. It's bouncing around the box once more. Dolahan picks it up. Dolahan looks like good work, get Worthing back into game straight away, but his effort is inaccurate and has blazed over the crossbar. But we've had 8 minutes gone here. We've seen 2 goals for Three Bridges, a strong save from Josh Jeffries, a penalty peel waved away for Worthing, and then that chance for Brad Dolahan. This game has been frantic, end-to-end, and exactly what we sort of expected to see in terms of end-to-end goal-mouth action. Maybe not what we expected to see in terms of results. It's Worthing 0, Three Bridges 2. Long kick by Samball, kept in by Velvik, just about. Swan competing for it. Villavicencio has gone down, holding his ankle. It's ricocheted off a red shirt and cleared by Bull. Jackson looking to fight for it and does get there. Finds O'Day. And then the referee, with the ball in a neutral state, is actually going to halt play. I think it's Villavicencio on that far side who's still down. Felt the full effects of that challenge of Jack Spong. I think it was an honest challenge, nothing really too much in it, but certainly left the Three Bridges number 8 in some discomfort. This stoppage will just present Worthing with the opportunity to have a bit of an inquest to sort of work out what on earth is going on here. So goals from Hayden Velvik and Charlie Bennett see the 8th-tier side, certainly the underdogs going into this one, 2-0 down. 2-0 up, sorry, I should say. Worthing find themselves 2-0 down. Can't quite make out Adam Hinchelwood from my viewpoints. I can make out a sort of silhouette on that far side, but I don't think he'll be a happy man. And it's also a bit of a few Three Bridges fans that have travelled over, made the trip from Crawley, and they're scratching their eyes. They can't believe what they're seeing. Of course, they've seen their team run away with it in the Eastern League South East Division. 8 points clear with runners-up, or the would-be runners-up if it ended at this point. AFC Croydon Athletic, 8 points behind the Bridges, heading into the final 8 or 9 games of the season. So they're accustomed to their team scoring goals. They're accustomed to their team winning games. What they're not accustomed to, well, like I say, what they're not accustomed to is seeing them do this well against superior opposition. However, they did knock out Horsham in the last round by virtue of a penalty shootout. That game was slightly more boring than this one. That ended 1-1. It's already 2-0 here. Villavicencio looks worse for wear here. He's getting to his feet now and moving gingerly as he trudges over. I think his race might be run already, and the visitors may be, or not the visitors, sorry, the opposition for Worthing may be forced into no change, although He is trying out, but he is hobbling quite severely. It's going to be a drop ball that referee Simon Fairs will drop at the feet of Ben Jackson and get things back underway. So Three Bridges temporarily down to 10. Here's Joe Cook. Spong dropping deep to receive it for the Rebels. Spong now looking in behind for the darting run of Toby Byron. It's a great pick out from Jack Spong. Heavy touch by Byron allows Ferreira to get a touch onto it and release Velvik. And then Byron on the slide can only help it out play for Three Bridges throw-in. And don't decide to go quickly that time, but every time there's a stoppage or a free kick or a throw-in, they're looking to attack the space. Goes back to ball. Callum Morton trying to close down the space. Well, it's launched long, but inaccurate that time. The likes of Bennett, Hallard and Leighton, not quite on the same wavelength there. It's gone all the way to Jeffries, who quickly gets things back underway to Cook. The only remaining player from that weekend's win for Worthing over Chelmsford City, who won 2-0 last night over Slough. Jeffries, back to Cook. Three Bridges now. Interested to see how they change their style. Cook looking to slip in Jordan. It's a great ball. Will Jordan keep it in play? He won't. Slightly overhit by Joe Cook. Danny Jordan gave his best account of himself to try and keep it in, but again, slightly overhit. Meant the young, versatile defender for Worthing, who's had spells of Bognor Regis this season in the form of a dual registration, and a loan spell. He couldn't quite reach on that occasion, and it's a throw-in that Ben Holden will take for Jamie Crallin's side. It's not long. Jordan wins his header, but it's gone up and not forward, and allows Hallard to win a second contact, and then Jackson is penalised. Actually, Joe Cook is penalised, I should say, for manhandling Leighton. And so a free kick to Three Bridges, just on the cusp of the halfway line. That's great pressure from Callum Morton to close down the angle, and it's now going to bounce to the number 28 for Worthing, breaking towards the box. Morton across the box is cleared, only as far as Coleman DeGraft. Takes a touch to steady himself and shoots Coleman DeGraft. Doesn't quite wrap his foot around it, and it sails wide of the mark. But that was good pressure there from Callum Morton, encouraging signs for Worthing, who are looking to get back into this game after finding themselves 2-0 down inside the opening 10 minutes. Couldn't quite find the corner, Raz Coleman DeGraft. And it's a goal kick to Three Bridges. Roberts to take. One in the air by Joe Cook. Ball is called for it, and it's bounced off the backside of Coleman DeGraft and then cleared by Adi Inca out of play for a Worthing throw-in. Now over the left-hand side with Ben Jackson, who's looking to build from the back. Trying to find Callum Morton. It's intercepted. Donohan picks up the loose ball, and it's a no-nonsense clearance that from Sam Ball. It's actually ricocheted off a red shirt and out of play for a Three Bridges throw-in. Sam Ball just on his haunches now. Wonder if he's just felt something in his knee after, as I mentioned, a no-nonsense clearance. Won't need any medical assistance, Sam Ball. Long throw down the lines. Bounces Spong's way, who spins it around the corner. Donohan competing, and Spong's actually almost collected his own pass and won it back. It's bounced around in there. Burgess competing, but Adi Inca is now going to break away with it. Three Bridges once more winning there. Jules slipping in behind, looking for Leighton. Will he reach it? Jeffrey sliding in. It's bouncing around. O'Day on the slide. Ricochets off Bennett. It's now by the byline and flashed across the box, and that's going to be out of play for a Worthing goal kick. But every time Three Bridges go forward, they look awfully dangerous. It's going to be a goal kick for Worthing, a brief reprieve. It's launched forward by Jeffries. Coleman DeGraft touches it and gets the ball under his spell and lays it back to Joe Cook. Of course, Worthing far from out of this game, but with just 15 minutes gone, see themselves with a 2-goal mountain to climb. Of course, if the game is level after 90 minutes, a penalty shootout will be played as Morton looks to find Burgess, who actually received the ball back and knees it down. Chop in the field and back to Coleman DeGraft. Bennett, the goal scorer of the second in close attendance. O'Day lets it run through his legs. Jackson spins it forward, a bit panicked, a bit rushed, which results in it going all the way through to Sam Roberts, who, as he should, will take his time and draw Morton in for picking it up and putting it into his hands and kicking it long. Jackson wins his header unopposed, but it's in field. O'Day up against Leighton, who clips it in behind once more, looking for Velvic, up against Jackson towards the byline. Velvic, can he cut it back? He will. It's in there. It's 3-0 to Three Bridges. And this is one of the best performances in Three Bridges' history right now we're witnessing. I believe it's number 20 once more, Charlie Bennett, with his second of the game. And 17 minutes gone here at Culver Road. It's Worthing 0, Three Bridges 3. And Charlie Bennett secures his brace.
Number 20, Charlie Bennett.
And Worthing players look absolutely baffled. Three Bridges players jubilant. They couldn't have imagined it to be any better. So 18 minutes on the clock. Worthing 0, Three Bridges 3. Charlie Bennett at the double and Hayden Belt with the other one. That one was, I think it was Leighton on that far side, got towards the byline. Actually, it was Velvic, sorry, excuse me. Gets towards the byline, clips it in. It was a dangerous looking ball and once more wasn't dealt with. Danny Jordan was in there, as was Cook, but the ball flew over their head and just felt like Charlie Bennett wanted it more. He beat those two players to the ball, nodded it in from close range, once more leaving Josh Jeffries with little to no chance. And if before it was a mountain to climb, God knows what it is now. I think potentially the fourth officials board is lighting up. I'm speculating here, but it'll be interesting if Worthing potentially preparing a change. I think they are. Worthing are preparing early change. I think it's Joel Colbrand, the captain, who's preparing to come on. So Adam Hinshaw clearly not happy with what he's seeing and has sought action. It's short by Dollahan, back to Jackson, who just about drops his shoulder, does enough to escape later from receiving it. I'm only speculating here, but Danny Jordan playing at Joel Colbrand's position, the 18-year-old, has done the best evening's work so far. As he looks to break it behind now, as Cook has the ball. Cook, Carmen Graft, back towards Ben Jackson. Worthing 3-0 down. I don't think they've been 3-0 down all season. Yes, it's a changed team, but plenty of these players have played a shed load of minutes for Worthing this season. Brad Dollahan, top goal scorer. Callum Morton, EFL experience up front. O'Day's played over 30 times this season. Carmen Graft, over 25 goal contributions as he takes on Holden in there and wins a free kick 40 yards from goal. And we're now going to see that substitution. It will be Danny Jordan. So never nice to see this early on into a young player's career.
Substitution for Worthing in the 19th minute, going off number 22, Danny Jordan.
But Danny Jordan's evening is done.
By number 2, Joel Colbrand.
With just 20 minutes gone. Clearly a sign of an indication that Adam Hinshaw not happy, and unfortunately the youngster has been sacrificed here. Hasn't really made any errors per se, but a lot of the goals has been down inside with Charlie Bennett netting 2. It's 20 minutes gone. Joel Colbrand on for Danny Jordan. Worthing make their first change of the evening. So that far side now with Jackson breaking out from the back. Byron taking on his man against Ferreira, gets towards the byline. Byron back to Jackson. Keeping the width from left-hand side. Spong now. Morton. Spong, as he tripped it, there he is. That's a free kick right on the edge of the box there. Jack Spong tripped by Bull, I believe. Well, actually, it was Hayden Neathie who was diving in, mistimed his challenge. Spong hit the deck. Neathie didn't get any of the ball.
If you are the owner of a black Mercedes with the number plate WN68EOS, please return to your car. You have left your lights on.
So free kick now for Worthing. Jack Spong standing over it. We are literally talking right on the edge of the box here. So massive chance for Worthing to try and find some way back into the game. Approaching the midway point, it's Worthing 0, Three Bridges 3. No, that isn't an error. Three Bridges are 3-0 up. Charlie Bennett at the double and Hayden Velvick opening the scoring with a sharp finish. All 3 goals have been devastating counter-attacking football, really. Callum Morton standing over this. 4-man wall for Three Bridges. Morton looks to blast it. It's Morton who shoots. It's bounced off the wall and then ball's gone down. And that hit him flush in the face. And he'll need to receive some medical assistance. Morton there opting just to go for sheer power. Someone wants to take a step back and launch it. I think we'll potentially, not really sure what course of action the referee, Simon Fairs, will take here, because the ball was bounced around the box. Wasn't really in either team's possession. Of course, hit a Three Bridges man last. Hayden Neathey was a man who actually went down. He's now to his feet. Again, hit it. It was a really brave block in there, put his body on the line. Joel Cobra has the ball. He's just throwing it back to the referee. I think he's going to do a drop ball 30 or so yards in a central position for Worthing. So drop it at the feet of what was the Worthing captain, O'Day, but of course since then he's given the captain's armband to Joel Colbrand, who's now back on the pitch. O'Day now has it, plays it back to Jackson. Morton, O'Day, Spong, right hand side now looking to create some magic for Worthing. Spong in towards Common Graft, plenty of bodies in there, Burgess competing, flicks it back to Spong, Colbrand, lays it back to O'Day. Will he deliver? No, he'll poke it back towards Joel Colbrand, who will deliver. It's a lofted cross that evades everyone in the middle. Everyone in amber and black and everyone in red. And the goalkeeper, Sam Roberts, can just watch it sail out of play for another goal kick. So midway through the game now, it's Worthing 0, Three Bridges 3. An early goal in the 4th minute from Hayden Velvick set the tone. Sharp finish across the face of goal in towards that bottom corner. Charlie Bennett made it 2 with a neat flick in minute 7. And inside the opening 15 minutes, he scored his second of the evening. It's flicked on there by Leighton. Charlie Bennett's second goal, header from close range. All 3 goals leaving Josh Jeffries, the goalkeeper for Worthing, with little chance. Here's Ben Jackson for the Reds. Byron's darting in behind. Jackson will look long, looking for him or Morton. Ferreira's watched the ball travel over his head, and Byron using his strength to receive possession. It's in a tight spot over there. Ferreira's doing his defensive duties well. Byron infield to Dollahan. He's picked up pocket of space. It's set up well for Dollahan. He's had to touch him back to Burgess. Adi Inca bursting away with it. And now he's going to receive his own pass. Adi Inca bursting through the heart of the Worthing defence. Cook up against him. It's a through set pieces. Cook has won the ball. Much to the dismay of Adi Inca, who was attempting a step over. It was a well-timed challenge by Cook, who actually looks to some discomfort himself. Worthing will continue now with Burgess. O'Day pokes it to his right-hand side to Jack Spong. Lays it back to Cook, who probably didn't want that pass as he's still struggling after that old intervention. Burgess, Colbrand. Feints to go down the line. Infield to Spong. Looking to turn away from Adi Inca. It's a good press from Three Bridges, just forcing Worthing back further and further. Cook, Jeffries, who's seen 3 goals fly past him this evening. Ben Jackson now has time in defence for Worthing, who are almost playing a 4-2-4 now. Dollahan, back to Cook. Dollahan loves to drop deep and play it back to his fellow players. I think Worthing probably had the majority of possession, but are 3-0 down. Colbrand's ball in behind. Hasn't got the right accuracy on it. Morton was chasing up against Bull. Both players watch it bounce out of play for a throw-in, which Ben Holden will take on his left-hand side. The referee is just allowing Ben Holden to take his time with this. It's been now 40 seconds since the ball went out of play. And Ben Holden's in no rush here, and the referee seems to be content with that taking place. Ben Holden will now do the long throw. There's great length on it. Flicked on there by Bennett. Colbrand gets his touch on it. Flicks on by Burgess with his forehead. Morton lets it bounce and escapes his head. Cleared by Neathey. Spong competing up against Bennett once more, who beats him, and Leighton wins a loose ball. Now in a foot race with Ben Jackson. Leighton will reach it, and Three Bridges committing players forward. Players flooding towards the box, including Velvick, but Jackson blocks the cross well. Dollahan lets the ball run across his body up against Villavicencio. Let's run all the way to Neathey. Three Bridges not really scared of their opponents, not fearing them. despite being 2 leagues above them, just playing with such desire, tenacity. As it's a loose back pass, will reach the goalkeeper just about. And does really well to play the bounce ball out. Holden trying to keep it in play and hasn't. Linesman looking on the line. Colburn can take this throw in quickly. Plays it in towards Jack Spong, who just about gets a toe onto it. It's Commonwealth on side. He is. So Travern to keep this in play. Holden push him in the back and then kicks through him and the ball. Good ball in towards Colburn, who's fouled in there by Hallard. Challenges flying in left, right and centre. This will be another free kick to Worthing on the corner of the box. Three Bridges playing with such aggression, but channeling it in the right way. Their desire and their intent is ultimately what sees them lead by 3-0 here at Culver Road. Thank you everyone for tuning in live on the Sussex County FA's official Twitter and YouTube channel, where it's Worthing 0, 3 Bridges 3, with a brace from Charlie Bennett and a goal from Hayden Velvick, stunning the Nationally South outfit Worthing inside the opening 15 minutes. We're now in minute 27. Jack Spong has a free kick, chance to deliver, left-footed, it's deep towards the back stick. And for a second there, I thought it was going to fly into the top corner. I think for a second, Sam Roberts thought the same, but he's watched it whistle past his right-hand post and out of play for a goal kick. It's one of those free kicks there where Spong's just trying to put it into an area, and so often you see those type of free kicks find the top corner. The goalkeeper's unsure whether to intervene or not. It's launched long by the goalkeeper. That's straight back there, and there's a chance now there for Reece Hallard, who just to poke it past the goalkeeper. Route 1 football from 3 Bridges. It was a simple flick on. Hallard was through, up against Colbrand. I couldn't quite manufacture a finish into on target, but not the worst effort in the world. Had Jeffrey certainly worried. Long by Jeffries, over to his right-hand side. Commonwealth does flick it on, but no red shirt is lurking behind him to collect that flick on, and it's gone out of play for another 3 Bridges throw-in. Once more, it'll be Ben Holden to take. Of course, Reece Hallard, the former Worthing youth player, has scored over 30 goals this season. Noel Leighton has scored 29. Charlie Bennett, 23. I mean, that is some front three. You've heard of MSN. LHB aren't that bad themselves. See how here with Bull. Goes in behind long again, looking for Leighton. This time, the captain for 3 Bridges won't be able to reach it or make a nuisance of himself. And it's bowled out then by Josh Jeffries to Jackson. Jackson. Biding his time. Burgess dropping deep to receive it. Recently had a loan spell at Eastbourne Borough, which was initially extended, but was recalled by his parent club Worthing and making his first start for the Rebels in approximately 2 months. Cook. 3 Bridges now just in a nice rigid structure, just protecting a 3-goal lead as Dollahan spins around the corner to Jackson. Jackson looking for Byron. Just about controls it. Jackson. Spong under pressure by Adi Adeyinka, but turns well. Dollahan bundled into by Neathie. Referee waves play on. Adi Adeyinka. Neat ball wall to get away from Burgess. Now looking to slip in behind Hallard, who's going to keep this in. The blistering pace of the number 11 up against Colbrand. Colbrand's halted his progress. That's good defending. And finds Burgess. For the first time, Hallard hasn't prevailed. And Worthing trying to work their way out of a tight spot with Colbrand. Pokes down line for O'Day. It's a sliding challenge in there from Neathie, all the way over from the right side of the back four to win that challenge. Burgess then is bundled into by Leighton. Once more the referee lets it flow, and now here's Callum Morton. Lays it back to Colm McGrath. Double digits for goals and assists in all competition this season. Colm McGrath looks to switch the ball over to Byron, intercepted by Velvick, who had the time and space just to turn around and hook it clear, and picked up by Worthing's number 10, Jack Spong, former Brighton Hove Albion Academy youngster. Jackson. A lot of time on the ball. 3 Bridges won't mind. Dollahan, O'Day. Able to turn in field and lay it off to Burgess. Colbrand making a run, darts running behind. Burgess will look to pick him out. It wasn't the worst idea. Just hasn't got the correct way to pass there, Burgess, to pick out Colbrand. But the vision was there. Execution wasn't quite. And Colbrand just winced in frustration as he couldn't keep that in play. Sam Roberts once again will have the ball at his feet. So yeah, looking at Worthing right now, it's almost a 4-2-3-1 with Dollahan playing almost off the left, Burgess to the 10, and Colm McGrath on the right-hand side. It's long by the goalkeeper, one in the air by Cook up against Leighton. Spong competing up against Bennett is over from that left side to the right. Dancing feet, looking to get away from the midfielder. It's done really well to keep possession. Although it has actually bounced, ricocheted off the forward, and now play for a Worthing throw-in. With the linesman on that far side. Dan Cooper just indicating a Worthing throw-in. Half an hour gone here. Still Worthing 0, Three Bridges 3. 3 goals from Three Bridges inside the opening 15 minutes. Sees them have 1 foot firmly in the final, which of course is played at the American Express Stadium. Heavy touch by Cook, drawing the attention of Villavicencio. It was a meaty challenge. He had the contact sort of reverberate around the stadium. The referee waved play on. He's let a lot go. I'm interested to see whether that's going to be further punishment from Villavicencio. Jackson now will clip a ball in behind, looking for Byron, who's actually straight offside. He will actually keep it in play, but it's offside. The referee, Simon Fairs, will now have a word with Villavicencio. I don't think he's going to dip into his pocket, which I'm quite surprised. There was a late challenge in there. But as mentioned, he's let the game flow. It's a free kick for Three Bridges. Neathy to take. Again, it will go long. It's direct football. Over to the side. Hallard touches it. He's going to have a battle to keep this in play. Does well. And trying to spin away from Colbrand, who gets a touch onto it. And back off Hallard for a Worthing throw-in. Much to Hallard's frustration. Looking to prove a point against his former employers after being in the Worthing youth system. Colbrand. Looking for options. Goes back to Cook. Immediately later, just bundling in from that far side, looking to cause an issue there. Just forcing Worthing every time Three Bridges into hastening their play, and it's resulting in wayward passes. Byron is by for O'Day, who's escaped the offside trap. O'Day on his left-hand side, inside the box for Worthing. O'Day cuts it back for Callum Morton, who leaves it for Coleman Graft. Chance for Worthing. Coleman Graft skips past his man. Coleman Graft, with his weak foot, has blazed it over the crossbar. He'll be frustrated with that. Morton initially left it for the winger, who burst past his man Villavicencio, but with his weak foot could not keep the effort down. And more frustration for Worthing. Goal kick for Three Bridges. O'Day recollects possession for Worthing and plays it back to Joe Cook. Comgraft. Bursts out wide to Byron. Heavy touch, immediately Ferreira. Almost like his shadow firing in behind. It's now back with Joe Cook. Colbrand making a run on the right side. Cook will instead go through the middle, looking for Callum Morton. It's not the worst pass in the world. And Morton just shows his appreciation to the vision for Cook. Couldn't quite reach the 26-year-old striker who signed recently as a free agent after a spell at Bristol Rovers. Wasn't the furthest away. It's out of feet now by Sam Roberts. That's his right-hand side. One in the air by Byron. Swung stumbles as he gets the ball lost in that sky. Does just enough to stop Villavicencio from winning it cleanly, and it breaks Worthing's way once more. Long by Cook over the top once more. This one is going to be able to dealt with by Neathy, who just nods it back to his goalkeeper. So the goalkeeper has it, drops it at his feet, draws in Morton. Will play it past a terrible pass, presents the ball to Matt Burgess, chance for Worthing. Burgess can square it for Callum Morton, and Worthing have a goal back. There, presented Burgess to him, who's unselfishly played it over to Morton, who gets his first goal. An easy tap in, the easiest goal of his career. And Worthing have reduced the deficit.
Scored by number 28, Callum Morton.
So it's Worthing 1, Three Bridges 3 in minute 35. You can't say this game's been boring. Back underway now. Back out of play, Coleman takes a throw in short to Cook, back to Joe Cook. It's on that far side with Ben Jackson. Loose pass over. It's Leighton, but Leighton, what a save that is from Jeffries. Joe Cook in there, and Ben Jackson just lapse of concentration. Leighton was presented with it. A firing effort that's stung the palms of Jeffries and keeps the scores at 3-1. It's now out of play for Three Bridges corner. I think they're first of the game. Terrible defending once more from Worthing. And it's number 11 in there. Josh Jeffries who saved it. Number 15 for Worthing. It's a quick corner taken short. It's out now to Adi Inca. Up against Burgess. Delivered in towards the back stick. Once more Coleman McGrath. That's a great defensive header. Once more, I think it was Bennett lurking there, looking for his hat-trick. Now Freebridge looking to recycle things as Holden goes all the way back to his goalkeeper. Bouncing ball, gets good contact on it, long. Byron wins his header. Need in there. An orthodox clearance by Bull. Drops to the feet of Haller once more, who looks so sharp. Spins away from Colbrand and Byron. And now looks in behind. It's a searching ball, looking for the run of Velvik. Velvik will reach it across the face of goal once more. Collected at the back stick by Bennett, who's on a hat-trick, up against Colbrand, who takes the sting out of the cross and into the palms of Josh Jeffries. Back now with the Southampton loanee, Josh Jeffries, who now will look long for Dollahan up against Neathy, who wins his aerial contact. O'Day, that's a clever touch. And is able to look around and find Matt Burgess, who picked up that assist for Worthing's goal a few minutes ago. That's a loose touch, though. Wins it back, though, up against Adi Inca. Amended for his mistake. Spong. Byron. Drifting in field. Met by so many amber shirts. Plays back to Jackson. Byron in the pocket space will receive it back off Ben Jackson. Byron bursts towards the byline. Neathy will get his body in the way. And there's no foul in there. Dollahan lurking. Cleared by Bull. O'Day looking to clean things up. And it's a heavy touch, which sees it go out of play just in front of the dugout for a Freebridges throw-in. And now the goalkeeper has gone down inside his penalty box as Freebridges prepared to take that throw-in. And Sam Roberts will be in need now of some medical assistance. So yeah, Sam Roberts inside his own penalty box in need of some assistance. Seeing his clean sheet being broken a few minutes back, with Callum Mawson striking one back for the Reds. Chance for both managers, Jamie Crane of Freebridges and Anna Pinchfield of Worthing, to give some last instructions to their players before the half-time, before the interval. We're in minute 40. And Roberts is now to his feet. And we'll restart here, as mentioned, with a Freebridges throw-in. Just a reminder that Worthing have made one change, as Danny Jordan, the youngster, was taken off in minute 20. Joel Colbrand coming on, the skipper. Dan Ferreira will take this throw-in for Freebridges, who will look to see out the last 5 minutes, looking to potentially build on their 2-goal advantage and leave 3-1. Villavicencio picks Spong's pocket, pokes it through, looking for Leighton, who can't quite control the bouncing ball, and Jackson just about gets the position to clear. Adi Inca wins his headed contact, bounces off Villavicencio. Eventually sees it all the way back to Ferreira on the right side. Freebridges looking for a 4th goal in a mesmerising first half for the 8th tier side. Morton can't connect with his header, so drop Neathy's way. Now it's with Holden, who again will go back to his goalkeeper, Roberts, who's first time side foots it out to the right side. Reece Hallard is appealing that he's been pushed in the back by Colbrand. The referee disagrees, and it's been given as a Worthing throw-in. Joe Cook now once more looking in behind for Matt Burgess, who has strayed offside. It did look that way. Burgess isn't agreeing with the linesman's decision, but Adedi Inca held his ground well to play the midfield offside. And it'll be the goalkeeper, Sam Roberts, to take. Just a reminder, if it's level after 90 minutes, the game will go straight to penalties. Worthing, I'm sure, would snap anyone's hand off for that right now. If the fans are 3-0 down after 14 minutes, if they can mount a comeback, an unlikely comeback, because there's one in the air there by Leighton. Towering header, it's going to drop to Velvic, who strikes it true. And it whistles over the crossbar. Josh Jeffries was concerned with that effort. Velvic looking to add to his tally after opening the scoring, which seems an eons ago now, in the 4th minute. Struck that so cleanly, just over the crossbar. Jeffries goes long, looking for Morton. Dollahan looking to control it. Hooked forward, Joe Cook peels for handball. Is this going to break to Leighton once more? It will. The Freebridge skipper tries to lay off to Hallard. Cook bouncing around in there. It's not clear just yet. Joel Colbrand, great show of composure to clear his lines and switch play out to Dollahan, who's cut an isolated figure, the National South top goal scorer this evening. Byron's pocket is picked on the edge of his own penalty box, so Dave's steaming in, gets a crucial touch on the ball, because if he didn't, it would have been a penalty. It's then closed down on that far side by Bennett, as Byron looked to clear, and once more it's out of play for a goal kick. 2.5 minutes left of this first half, which has been enthralling. Certainly been one of the most entertaining, free-flowing, end-to-end games I've seen this season. We mentioned earlier that we sort of promised goals, and it hasn't disappointed. Freebridge's 110 goals in 35 league games. Worthing, the top goal scorers in their respective league as well, 78 in 38. So both players know where the back of the net is. That's a meter challenge there by Bull. And it's both sets of players are not happy at this decision. Bull slid in on Spong, got a big chunk of the ball. And in the referee's opinion, Simon Fair's also a big chunk of the man. Colbrand wasn't happy with it. It looked slightly high, but certainly no further action required, although the referee will speak to Bull. Leighton, Bull really not happy with that. Full-blooded from Bull. Worthing fans behind the goal on the right side appealing for a red card, and it actually won't be any card. Yeah, undoubtedly Sam Bull meant that. And Spong evaded any further injury and actually will take this free kick from deep, and every outfield player for Worthing is in front of him. O'Day creating an option short, Villavicencio making sure that option can't be used. Spong will actually break it in towards the back six, a searching ball looking for Joe Cook, who just can't quite get a toenail to it, and it escapes his left boot. Spins out of play. It was a neat idea from Spong. O'Day just doing some encouragement to his fellow teammates. But it seems like Sam Roberts had the ball an awful lot for goal kicks. 60 seconds until we see the fourth official's board. Sure to be a decent chunk of added time, considering there's been a few stoppages and 4 goals. Dollahan, that's a once more Villavicencio bouncing in, and after no advantage developed, the referee blew for a free kick, which O'Day wasted no time in taking quickly. Cook. Colm DeGraat, who hasn't had his usual impact on the game. Had a few chances, but nothing concrete. Cook. Colbrand on the right side. Burgess will now receive it. Infield to Cook, who's now got time to turn around. He's got more time, I think, than he thought. Lays off towards Joel Colbrand. It's massively overhit. And out of play for a throw-in, and that sort of summed up Worthing's half so far. It's not really had the fluidity you've come accustomed to with Adam Hinshelwood's team. We find themselves third in the National League South. The passing just hasn't been crisp and accurate, and players not really on the same wavelength. We now see the added time. It's 4 additional minutes added on to the end of the first half.
The fourth official has indicated there'll be a minimum of 4 additional minutes.
So 4 more minutes we're going to be treated to here at Culver Road. Colbrand wins his contact against Bennett. Neathy heads into the sky. Burgess looking to touch it down. Dollahan competing. Burgess once more. It's head tennis in there. Dollahan can't quite connect, and Neathy again. Absolutely no nonsense clearance into the sky. Jackson looking to deal with it. His touch is heavy, but fortunately away from an amber shirt, and back now with Jack Spong. Spong looking to come away with it, fires it over to Byron. Nominated for the December National South Player of the Month, Toby Byron, but he's seen game time hard to come by off late. Cook. Carberry once more is on his bike and looking to create an option in behind. Keeping Hallard on his toes. Cook won't use him though and finds Morton instead, who can turn. Lays off to Burgess, who got assists for Callum Morton's goal, which saw Worthing have a lifeline in this game. Cook in behind, looking for Dollahan once more. Again, it's overhits. Again, it's a nice idea, but again, the execution not quite what Worthing would have wanted. And Roberts collects and has commanded his box awfully well. Roberts just about in time. Avoids a concession of a corner. Of course, a new goalkeeper rule. Joe Cook flies over Leighton. O'Day helps it on. Ade Adeyinka wins his header unopposed. Hallard gets a deft touch onto it, but can't find a teammate. And now it's back with the Basque midfielder O'Day. Started today as a captain. Of course, now Joel Colburn on the pitch. He's now got the armband firmly around his bicep. Interesting to see what both respective managers say to their team at half-time. I can sort of imagine what Adam Hinchwood might be saying. Or at least what the mood of the conversation will be. Here's Byron. Up against Velvik. And Velvik done well just to shepherd out our play for a throw-in. Byron back to Jackson. Not long left now this first period. Jackson fires Cook. We're into the last 60 seconds. Colburn, first time looking behind to Common Graft, who's holding off Holden with his strength. Back to goal. Now looking for an option. Common Graft is Holden pulling his shirt. It's going to reach Dollahan, but it's good touch in there by Neathy. Gets a touch on it, and then Adeyinka can only clear as far as the left-hand side to Byron. Byron dancing in field, taking on 1 or 2. Past 1 and 2. It's past 3 now. Byron still has it. Edge of the box now. Toby Byron lays off to Coleman DeGraft. Chance for over Coleman DeGraft. It's a great block in there. Heroic diving header from Neathy, which is a guy out play for a Worthing corner. They have 20 seconds left of the half to take it. Morton standing over it, and for a second thought they were going to take it quickly, but it's actually going to be left to Matty Burgess. Last chance of the half, surely. Worthing can get a goal back. They'll feel that a comeback might be much more likely in the second period. It's currently 3-1 to 3 Bridges. Burgess to take. Plays it towards the edge of the box to Jack Spong, who's come from very deep to receive it. Spong is closed down, but it does reach Byron. Worthing made a slight mess of this. Spong, heavy touch, draws in Leighton, who just about escapes him. Fired out aimlessly to the right-hand side, but it's actually turned into a good pass for Burgess. Heavy touch, though. Sees a bounce out of play, and that will probably be the final action of the first period. Simon Fair's looking at his whistle. Looking at his watch, sorry, I should say, and is about to whistle as soon as, I'm sure, as Ben Holden takes this throw-in. Ben Holden, again, just signalling to his players that he wants them to push on higher. Still no whistle. Vicencio nicks it against Spong, wins another throw-in for 3 Bridges. We are now a minute over the 4 added, and we're still playing. As Ben Holden will go long once more, the long throw towards the corner flags. Great length on it. Colburn hooks over his head. Adeyinka basting in there. Joel Colburn gets a crucial leg, and there is the referee's whistle. So half-time here at the Gokasha Stadium, Gokardler Stadium even, sorry, at Culver Road. It's Worthing FC 1, 3 Bridges 3. 3 Bridges went 3-0 up inside the opening 15 minutes, with Hayden Velvet opening scoring in minute 4, and Charlie Bennett brace, seeing the 8th tier side mount an unlikely lead up against 6th tier opposition in Worthing, the highest team ranked left in the competition, excluding Brighton Albion Academy setup. Worthing did get a goal back, courtesy of a goalkeeping error. Sam Roberts presented the ball to Matt Burgess, who unselfishly teed up Callum Morton. Work to do for Worthing at the break. Interesting to see what Adam Hinchwood and Jamie Crellin say to their teams at the half-time whistle. So half-time here, it's Worthing 1, 3 Bridges 3. We'll be back in approximately 15 minutes. Hello, good evening, and welcome back to the home of the Sussex FA, Culver Road, where in this Sussex Transport Senior Cup semi-final tie between Worthing FC and Three Bridges, it's currently Worthing FC 1, Three Bridges 3. Outstanding quarter of an hour from the 8th tier. Opponents for Worthing sees them with a 1 foot into the final, which of course is played at the American Express Community Stadium, the home of Brighton Hove Albion. It was Hayden Velvick who gave the Bridges the lead in minute 4. A sharp finish across the face of goal, which left Josh Jeffries with no chance. It took only 2.5 minutes for them to double their lead, as Charlie Bennett snuck in at the back stick, got in front of his man, and poked home into the bottom corner. 7 minutes later, it was 3-0 to Three Bridges, with Worthing players staring at each other, looking at and trying to figure out what on earth had actually happened here. It was Charlie Bennett who got his second of the game with a close finish from close range once more. Worthing did pull a goal back with 10 minutes remaining of the first half. Callum Morton netting his first goal for the club after goalkeeper Sam Roberts presented Matt Burgess with the ball, and he unselfishly squared it to Morton, who buried it home from 4 yards out. It'll be Worthing to start the second half. Expect goals, expect drama. Worthing with it all to do. It's Matt Burgess to start things off for the Rebels. I'll do a run through of the two teams once we're in a neutral position, as Joe Cook launched it long and straight out of play for a Three Bridges throw-in, just trying to gain some territory early on. So two teams line up as follows, starting with Worthing. In goals, number 15, Josh Jeffries. Number 22 was Danny Jordan, however he was substituted in minute 20 with captain Joel Colbrand taking his place. Ben Jackson's number 6, number 5, Joe Cook. Spong pokes out of play for another Three Bridges throw-in, which Leighton, the captain Three Bridges, looking to take quickly. The referee is just going to order them to take it back to where it came from. As Ferreira actually prepared to take this on the halfway line. Number 8 and was the captain for Worthing is O'Day. Number 10, Jack Spong. Number 7, Razak Coleman de Graaf. Number 20, Matt Burgess. Number 21, Brad Dollahan. Number 28, Callum Morton. 4 subs left on the bench for the Rebels. Number 13, Taylor Seymour. Number 9, Daniel Nkrumah. 25, Ramiro Moulton. And 27, Oli Godziemski. Ferreira plays it forward towards Bennett, who's he's on a hat-trick, of course, and looking to complete his night's work with another goal. It's back out play for yet another Three Bridges throw-in. Jamie Crellin's team line up as follows. In goal, number 1, Sam Roberts. Number 2, Dan Ferreira. Number 5, Sam Ball. Number 6, Hayden Neathie. Number 8, Brian Villavicencio. Number 9, Noel Leighton. And the captain. Number 11 is Reece Hallard. Number 14, Adi Inca. It's back now with Neathie. He goes all the way back to Bull. Morton will apply the press as he goes all the way back to goalkeeper Roberts. Number 16, Ben Holden. Number 17, Hayden Velvick. And number 20 is Charlie Bennett. On the bench for the Bridges. All substitutions ready to be used by Jamie Crellin. Number 4, Harvey Willard. Number 7, Carlos Richards. Number 10, Kevin Rivera. Number 15, Trezor Defika. Number 18 is Billy Irving. It's out of play for another Three Bridges throw-in, this time on the far side. The referee is Simon Fairs. He's assisted by Dan Cooper and Dylan Bailey. Fourth official is Harry Wood. Of course, a lot at stake this evening. The winners of this game advance into the final, played at the home of Brighton Hove Albion, and they'll play out the winners of Brighton Hove Albion under-21s versus Eastbourne Borough. Here come Three Bridges looking for an early fourth in the second half. Ferreira back to Villavicencio. Chance to deliver. It's low. It's off Toby Bryan's hip. Muted appeals for a handball offence, and referee Simon Fairs points to an early corner for Three Bridges, who are looking to build and extend their lead and restore that 3-goal deficit. Of course, went 3-0 up inside the opening 15 minutes. It was around about this time they actually scored through Hayden Velvick. 3 net goals in 14 minutes. Of course, Three Bridges have scored 110 goals in 35 games, averaging over 3 goals a game. They've done it already this afternoon. It's delivered by Hallard. It's flicked on there by Neathie. Couldn't quite get the proper contact on it. It's going to be kept in play on that far side. Dollahan chasing it. It's dug out across and it's into behind the goal and out of play for a goal kick, much to Worthing's happiness as they avoid conceding a fourth. Of course, this game far from done. 45 minutes, a big 45 minutes, of course. Worthing with it all to do. As Jeffries plays a pass over to Spong, spins around the corner looking for Jackson, who just about will reach this, gets bundled into. Byron has it. Jackson's got into the advertising hoardings. Hopefully he's okay. And with Jack Spong with possession, the referee is actually just making sure both players are okay. It was Villavicencio and Jackson who bundled into the side. And actually, when the referee blew his whistle, both players actually were to their feet. But of course, safety is paramount here. It will drop ball for Worthing. Simon Fairs will drop at the feet of O'Day. Thank you everyone for tuning in live on the Sussex County FA's official YouTube channel and their Twitter page. We're also live on Worthing FC's official commentary channel, Rebels Live. Thank you everyone for tuning in. This evening, Colbrand has fell down that far side. The referee not giving a free kick. He's let a lot of things flow this evening, Simon Fairs, and has kept up that approach to the game in the second period. Throw into Free Bridges on that far side, taken by Holden, who does possess a long throw trait. This one misses every ambusher, and Spong heads it towards Carmen de Graaf. It's a heavy touch. It was Reece Hallard on that far side who was closing in and forced Carmen de Graaf into making the error. And Ben Holden now, with that long throw trait we just mentioned, provides the opportunity for Three Bridges to commit some players forward, with Hayden Neathey in particular up from the back. Villavicencio on the edge of the box is delivered in towards the middle. Joe Cook towering header. Clear only as far as Villavicencio, competing against his fellow number 8 O'Day. Back out to Holden, who would deliver first time with his left foot. It's a dangerous looking ball. Leighton goes down. Cries for a penalty from the Free Bridges faithful. It's recycled on his right hand side by Velvic up against Byron. Back to Neathey, who deliver first time off Jack Spong's outstretched leg. O'Day bundling into Villavicencio, wins his header. Burgess trying to help it on, and Dollahan, will he reach it against Ade Adeyinki? Won't. Holden trying to get away from O'Day. Is this going to break Dollahan's way once more? And Ambusher will get there first in Neathey. Fantastic work, but just got a bit carried away, overran it. Presents Colbrand with the ball. Now here's Carmen de Graaf, and Worthing looking to get just their foot on the ball. With 6 minutes gone, I've hardly had any real sustained possession this second period. I'm sure Adam Hinshelwood and his coaching staff at half-time would have been pretty bullish in their approach to how they want their team to approach the second half. It's long by Cook, looking for Dollahan. Again, slightly overhit, so it allows Sam Roberts to scamper out from his goal line and collect possession. Kicked long by the goalkeeper for the 8th tier side, who are top of the Ishmael League South East Division, 8 points clear of AFC Croydon Athletic with 8 games left. Dispossessed and turned around the corner looking for Leighton, and the first time just escapes him. He's broken the offside trap. Leighton across the box, and it's in. It's another goal for Free Bridges. I think this one is an own goal. I think it was Joe Cook in there who has turned it past his own keeper inadvertently. It was Leighton on his right-hand side who breached the offside trap, latched onto the loose ball, flashed a dangerous-looking ball across the 6-yard box. I think it was Hallard in there looking to latch onto it. I think it's Joe Cook who has turned it into his own net. So an own goal restores Three Bridges' 3-goal lead in the 52nd minute. So Worthing 1, Free Bridges 4. Not the start of the second half Adam Hinshelwood's side would have wanted. And in all honesty, Free Bridges got just exactly what they deserve. They started the second half exactly how they did the first, more intent, flew out the traps, won their duels, won the second balls, played expansive forward-thinking football, and have scored their 4th of the evening. And Worthing again have just made this mountain that little bit higher. And now it's looking like almost an impossible task to climb. Jackson, Leighton again, buoyed on from just getting that assist, forces Jackson back. And Jackson now across to his central defensive partner, Joe Cook. Here's Joel Colbrand, an early substitute for Worthing, the only change of the game so far. Carmen de Graaf looking to get away from Leighton, or Holden even, sorry. Holden thinks he's won a throw-in. The referee is giving it Worthing's way. Colbrand to take. Infield towards Carmen de Graaf's a fantastic throw. Allows Carmen de Graaf to slip in Dollahan, but it's well intercepted there by Bull. Only as far as Byron on his left-hand side. Taking on Velvic, needs options. Producing some fancy footwork to try and get away from Velvic, who's watching his every move. Byron gets past him. Byron has a chance to shoot Dopey Byron. With his right foot, again, just does not catch that as sweetly as he would have wanted. Can't quite wrap his foot around it, looking for that top corner. And it's high and wide. Velvic's gone down now. Just wondered if he might have twisted his ankle in the turf as he tried to prevent Byron from breaking inside. Byron did get away from Velvic, who is now hobbling. just testing that ankle out. I think he'll be okay to continue. Be a goal kick to Three Bridges, which Sam Roberts will take. Adam Hinshelwood does have Dan Nkrumah, Ramiro Moulton, Oli Godziemski, all forwards to call upon if needed. As Cook up against Leighton in the air, Cook applies 2 hands in the back to Leighton and is penalised. Three Bridges now know that if they can see out this game, and Worthing needs to score 3 to even make the scores level and restore parity. Of course, that will then result in a penalty shootout, but the way Three Bridges are playing, you wouldn't bet against them scoring 1, if not 2 or 3 more. And Worthing, in fairness, have to probably avoid an embarrassment here. It's worked in behind, looking for the run of Velvet. It's a clever run, well set by Byron. O'Day siding on Villavicencio. Doesn't win the ball. 2-8s clashing once more. Simon Fairs points for a free kick. We're now going to see the first substitution of the game for Three Bridges. And it's going to be Velvic, who just looked to have picked up an injury in that collision with Byron, is making way for Carlos Richards.
Substitution for Three Bridges in the 55th.
So a like-for-like change here. And actually Worthing are preparing their second change of the game. I believe that's Ramiro Moulton, who's preparing to come on, just doing some last-minute stretches. So confirmation of those changes. Hayden Velvic off. Carlos Richards on in the 55th minute. And we're just awaiting the fourth official's board to see who Moulton's replacing. And in fact, I think we won't actually see that substitution yet. I think Worthing are choosing to defend this set piece first. With Ball is standing over. He's going to play a clever ball out wide to Ferreira, who's got a lot of time now to deliver off that right side. Flashed across the face of goal. Crucial header there from Colbrand. Picked up by former Worthing player Hallard. Adedienka drops his shoulder, gets away from Dolahan, and looks a cross-field pass out towards Ferreira. Chests it down beautifully. Nudges it over to the substitute Richards. His first touch retains possession and finds Ferreira up against Spong. Richards looking to combine on that right-hand side. Gets towards the byline, crosses it in, doesn't quite get the power he would have wanted. Jackson gets there and is then bundled into as he clears, but no foul given once more. Ferreira dancing inside. Leighton looks for a cute flick shot to Adedienka. Took a slight nick there off Cook, which just softened the blow, softened the sting out of the shots into the hands of Josh Jeffries. Cook, Coleman-Graff around the corner, looking for Colbrand on the slide. Holden gets there first and pokes out of play for a throw-in. We're now going to see that Worthing substitution, and it's Matt Burgess who's making way. Picked up an assist for Callum Morton's goal in minute 35 to get Worthing back in the game. But since then, Worthing have Three Bridges have restored their 3-goal lead. So Watford loanee Ramiro Moulton, the 19-year-old, is on in place of Matt Burgess. Adam Hinshelwood making his second change of the game. Moulton has made an impact since arriving on West Sussex on loan from the Championship outfit Watford, scoring against Weston-super-Mare and Torquay. Actually won the January Player of the Month for the club, Sports Association. Commongraft been forced backwards by a sea of amber shirts. Now is Josh Jeffries. Plays over to Jackson. Jackson, O'Day. Worthing looks to play their way out of trouble, and it's drawn in the attention of Bennett, and now it's here with Spong, but his pocket is picked from Villavicencio. Lays it back to Bennett. He's got a lot of space. Toby Bryan's committed down his left-hand side, which allows Bennett to have the time and space to run at Jackson. Can't quite get the ball stuck from up under his feet, and Spong comes away with it and finds Commongraft. Now Worthing looking to mount a counter-attack of their own. Dolahan made a darting run in behind, was screaming for it. Commongraft bided his time, ended up ricocheting off an amber shirt, and he's just going to have to make sure this goes out of play for a goal kick. With Leighton just always alive to the situation. Him and Hallard and Bennett have been so devastating. Velvic as well. You can see why Three Bridges have scored over 3 goals a game on average. Byron in towards Dolahan, looking to spin away from Neathie. That's a free kick, and that's going to be the first yellow card of the game for Hayden Neathie. It was Dolahan who looked to turn away, and he was just pulled back by the Three Bridges centre-half, and Simon Fairs deciding that that is the time to present the first yellow card of the evening. So Neathie will now have to walk a tightrope. He's been excellent for the Bridges. It's going to be a free kick to Worthing. who have it all to do. Moulton dropping deep, gets his first touch on the ball. Back to Ben Jackson, who was also a January acquisition from fellow National League South club. Oh, sorry, initially was on a loan spell at fellow National League South club Hampton Richmond Borough, actually signed on a permanent deal from Aldershot Town. Here's Dollahan, who can spin away, ball sliding in. Colbrand flicks it behind him, but can't reach Moulton. It then evades the foot of Bennett. O'Day picks it up. Here's Moulton, picking up all sorts of positions. He again is pushed to the back as he releases it, but finds a red shirt. Spong Jackson. Jackson looking in behind, sorry, Spong even for Callum Morton in a foot race with the goalkeeper, who outside of his goal is actually going to shepherd it out of play for a goal kick. Three Bridges are searching at a spot in the final of the Sussex Transport Senior Cup. They have never won it in their history. Worthing, on the other hand, are looking for a record 23rd Sussex Transport Senior Cup title. However, that looks very unlikely at this point. It's long by the goalkeeper. O'Day wins his contact up against Bennett. Dollahan trying to shrug off the attention of Holden. It's headed forward, looking for Morton. Holden again wins the second battle. Tries to clear it. His own teammate gets in the way. Colin McGrath tries to spin away from two shirts. And Amber Shirt kicks it along. Now here's Leighton again. It's quick off the mark. Jeffries gets there first and coolly, under pressure, finds Cook. Spong, who's dropped deep multiple times to try and make something happen for Worthing, hasn't really been able to create too much so far with Three Bridges' defensive structure nice and rigid. Of course, they've got a great attack, but only conceded 35 goals in 35 games, the second best defence in the Ishmael League South Division. Only Jersey Bulls have got a better defence in that league. So, but a really well-balanced team. Jamie Crellin, since arriving on the shores of Crawley, on the land of Crawley, I should say, as Joe Cook fires it in, looking for Moulton. He's been trapped by Richards, but his heavy touch presents Byron with it. Moulton has a chance to run at his opposing substitute. Byron creating an option on the overlap. Moulton won't use him, and instead he'll find Morton trying to work an angle to dig out a shot, but it's so congested in there. Spong picks up Byron, who now will deliver deep, looking for Dollahan. It's escaped him and Colbrand at the back stick, who's now looking to retrieve the ball. Up against Hallard. Colbrand finds Colin McGrath inside the box, back to goal. Looks to spin it out to Brad Dollahan. Chance for Worthing. It's Brad Dollahan who shoots. It's deflected. And Rich is going to keep this in play from going out for a corner. Toby Byron jumps over it to send out a play now for a throw-in. And that, for a play of Brad Dollahan's ilk, is a chance. Three Bridges player has hit the turf once more. I believe that's Sam Bull, who's sitting up inside his own penalty area. And he will need to receive some medical attention. We're just over the hour mark here. It's Worthing FC 1, Three Bridges 4. They went into lead 3-1 at the break, Three Bridges, courtesy of a brace from Charlie Bennett and a goal from Hayden Velvick. Callum Morton getting the goal from Worthing, but they instantly almost restored their 3-goal deficit 6 minutes into the second period. An own goal from Joe Cook. So just awaiting this throw-in.
This evening's attendance
Of course, the other semi-final.
583.
As the attendance is announced, 583 here at Culver Road, home of Lancing FC, and of course the Sussex FA here at the Gokada Stadium. Of course, Worthing and Three Bridges both have an artificial surface for their home grounds at Jubilee Walk and the Sussex Transport Community Stadium. This, of course, is also an artificial surface, so neither sets of players can really complain that they're not playing on a pitch that they're not used to. Ball actually won't be able to continue on that far side. He's actually been helped off the pitch by the physio and is hobbling. That's going to be a massive miss for Three Bridges. Sam Bull's been imperious in the 60 minutes or so he's been playing, and Three Bridges will be forced into their second change. Colin McGrath back to Cook, just back pedalling. Buy himself some time and space. Dollahan lays off to O'Day, looking to slide in Colin McGrath, but Leighton in there has been everywhere for Three Bridges. Gets in the first. Three Bridges skipper. Spong fires out wide to Byron. Down the line to Dollahan, who will chase this up against Neathy, who's on a yellow card. Will get there first and kick out a touch for a Worthing throw-in. We're now going to see the other substitution. So Sam Ball to make way, of course. Billy Irving coming on in his place. So another like-for-like change. Both players, sets of players, 2 changes each for both teams. Jamie Crellin bringing on Carlos Richards and Billy Irving. Adam Hinshaw bringing on Joel Colbrand and Ramiro Moulton. Throwing right by the corner flag for Byron to take. Our view just slightly impaired here. Just about to make out what's happening. Dollahan creating the option short, spinning away now. Byron just can't quite decide on where to throw it. He'll play it short to Spong. It's so crowded in there. Spong looking to try and retain possession. Up against 2 amber shirts, tried back to Byron, but it's now back with Jackson, who stayed very high. Moulton, just slipping behind Morton, blocked and repelled, only as far as Joe Cook, who's going on his marauding runs, looking to make amends for his own goal. Joe Cook will shoot from distance, and that had Sam Roberts worried. He scampered across his goal line, cut his angles covered, and just wide off the right-hand post. Joe Cook looking to cancel out his own goal, which made it 4-1 to Three Bridges 10 or so minutes ago. Couldn't quite pick out the bottom corner. He's got 4 goals this season for Worthing. Has already scored in the competition this season, that 3-0 win in the 3rd round away to New Haven. And him and his teammates will have to come up with a few moments out of nothing, what it looks like right now, to try and mount an unlikely comeback. Carlos Richards goes back to Ferreira, spinning away from Moulton. Really good work from the fullback, who now will look long, not quite on the same wavelength with Leighton, but it was good work initially from the fullback. Josh Jeffrey bowls out quickly to Cook. The former Dorking Wanderers man. Again, embarking on a marauding run, clips it behind looking for Morton, who is on side, trying to flick away from Neath. It's great footwork from Morton, but he was stopped in his track by Adi Inca. It was a crucial intervention because Morton was lined up a shot. Morton then goes down, and that's going to be a free kick to Worthing. After initially winning the ball, Adi Inca just was a bit overzealous in his challenge, trying to win the ball back. Ended up fouling Morton. This is going to be a chance for Worthing in minute 65 to try and grab a second. And if they want to find any way back into this contest, they've got to find these goals quickly. So free kick off the right-hand side. Jack Spong with his wand of a left foot, provided many great moments for Worthing over the years. Reached his 100th appearance for the club in a 3-2 defeat to Bath City back in January. He's got plenty of red shirts to aim for. All players in the box other than Moulton and O'Day, who lurk on the edge. Josh Jeffries, of course. It's delivered by Spong, over the head of Byron, bounce off Jackson, and then hooked clear by Holden. Jeffries now on the halfway line will recycle. O'Day. Joe Cook, back to O'Day. Jackson. Three Bridges back in their defensive structure, so rigid. Moulton up against Richards, who's almost as an auxiliary right back, tries to look to slip in Dollahan, crucial sliding challenge by Neathy. O'Day works it back to Toby Byron. And now here's Moulton, looking to create the space and zip it out wide to Joe Cook, who's had to chase it to get it, but will reach it. Joe Cook again, running past Adi Inca. Still has it, Cook looks to dig out towards Spong. Once more, Lambershirt gets a touch onto it. Adi Inca looks to break away. Coleman McGrath looking to win the ball back. Adi Inca hits the deck. Worthing win the throw-in. Spong. Colbrown looks to play 1-2 Coleman McGrath, who instead will turn away from Bennett. O'Day. This Worthing trying to be patient, but time is not really on their side. 20 minutes left to play to find 3 goals at least to take it to penalties. Here is now Joel Colburn on the right hand side, flies across the ball, dangerous good ball from Morton. What a save that is! An instinctive save from the right glove of Sam Roberts keeps the scores at 4-1, and that was an unbelievable save. Morton must have thought he had scored his second of the game. It's a dangerous looking ball from Joel Colbrand right along the corridor of uncertainty, and Morton stuck out a left foot but was denied and thwarted by the left glove of Roberts, who, not sure he knew too much about that, but did just enough to push it out for a corner. Moulton to take. It'll be a right-footed in-swinger. It's lofted towards the back stick. It's very deep. Colburn keeps it alive. Byron competing for it, and now Leighton comes away with it. Spins away from Spong and looking for a one-man counter-attack. O'Day just about gets his body in the way and funnels it back to Jeffries. Leighton thinks he's fouled there. Worthing are getting on with it. Jackson. Moulton keeping the width after taking that corner. Thanks to play Byron down line. Instead we'll find Jackson. Ben Jackson. Worthing fans growing frustrated around us as they're seeing their side face a 4-1 embarrassing exit at the semi-final stage to a team that are 42 places below them in the English Football League pyramid. And also this, of course, will deny them a chance of playing at the American Express Stadium, the home of Brighton of Albion, and deny them their first Sussex Transport Senior Cup win since 2022. Of course, Horsham, their West Sussex rivals, winning it the last 2 years, and Brighton won it the year before that. Spong looking in behind for Dollahan. Neathy denies him, perfectly positioned. Ferreira drifting in field, picking up central positions, plays it back to the substitute in Irving, and no-nonsense clearance from the goalkeeper Roberts. Missed in there by Cook. Fortunately for him, it finds Colbrand, who now finds Morton, flick it on towards Coleman Graft. He won't reach it though, cleared by Holden. O'Day gets his studs on the ball, but presents Three Bridges with it. Morton competing, Adi Inca's gone down. Plenty of challenges flying in, and now it's going to be a free kick to Three Bridges. Morton just catching the midfielder. In fact, I think he's actually giving it the Worthing's way. I think for maybe a high foot in there. So now midway through, over midway point in the second period, it's still Worthing 1, Three Bridges 4. Callum Morton the score sheet for Worthing. Three Bridges. Charlie Bennett's been the hero with 2 goals. Hayden Velvic started to score it off in the 4th minute. Such a yellow card in there for Adi Inca. Cook. O'Day. Spong. First time zipping it around the corner, but again, it sort of doesn't really have the punch required to sort of carry that momentum over. Jackson finds Moulton. It's a reverse pass in towards Spong, disguised that well. Spong on his left-hand side. Spong looks to clip a ball in behind from Morton. Will flick it on, looking for Brad Dolan. Chance for Worthing. Brad Dolan fakes to shoot onto his left foot, and it's gone in off Hayden Neathie. I'm not sure what Brad Dolan will be credited with that. So it took a heavy deflection off Hayden Neathie, but Worthing won't care. They're back in this game. It's Worthing 2, Three Bridges 4, and Brad Dollahan's actually going to be yellow carded now, I think, for trying to win the ball back, and I think he shoved into Hayden Neathie there.
By number 21, Brad Dollahan.
So 20 minutes left. It's Worthing 2, Three Bridges 4. Brad Dollahan will give it to him. I think the shot was on target. Initially, it's a really good ball by Spong. Clipped in behind to Morton. A really clever flick on. A goal and assist now for Callum Morton on his second start for the club. Dollahan feinted to shoot onto his left foot, poked it goalward, took a what turned out to be a decisive touch off Neathie, and passed goalkeeper Sam Roberts. And Worthing now have an interest. Long by Roberts, Byron heads it back off Richards. Adi Inca hits it forward, and Worthing's dominance the last 10 or 15 minutes has finally paid dividends for them as Cook goes out wide to Jackson. And you wouldn't bet against there being more goals. Byron performs a pirouette and fires it back to Jackson. A goal in the next 10 minutes will make the final 10 minutes ever so nervy. Joe Cook looking behind for Morton as he escaped the offside trap. He has Callum Morton's through and goal. A chance for a third for Worthing. It's Morton. And what a save that is once more from Roberts. Keeping his team in the contest. We saw a fantastic stop to deny him 10 or so minutes ago. That one was even better. It was a one-on-one. Callum Morton, an awfully long time to think about what he wanted to do. He opened up his body, decides to go to the keeper's left, who stuck out a strong fist, and denies a quick-fire double, 2 in 2 minutes. Worthing are preparing 2 changes. This game has got a bit of everything. And Worthing have a corner. Third now. The Spong delivers towards the back stick. It's dangerous. Cook flying in there. Both sets of players appealing for it's their way. It's actually gone Three Bridges' way. It's out of play for a goal kick. That could be costly, that miss for Callum Morton. A goal there, and they have over 15 minutes to make difference. It'll be 2 changes now for Worthing. Coleman and Graft is making way for Dan and Krumer in the 72nd minute.
In the 72nd minute, firstly going off number
So Coleman and Graft off, Daniel and Krumer on.
Replaced by number 9, Daniel and Krumer.
Second one is Ollie Godziemski coming on for the Reds. I think Callum Morton, his final action was actually missing that chance. So
And secondly, number
an interesting evening for Callum Morton. Scored his first goal after being teed up for Worthing, then got assist for Brad Dollahan's goal, but in between them, listed with 2 pretty poor misses, really. Again, you have to credit the goalkeeper also, Sam Roberts, with 2 fantastic saves, but a player of his quality, Callum Morton, he really should have scored, both of them. Joe Cook towering over his own teammate, eventually reaches Jeffries. We've seen Worthing produce many comebacks over the years. It's 4-2. Cook again gets past Hallard, and he's going to be lucky to escape without a yellow card here, Hallard. That was robust and cynical and wasn't really looking to win the ball. Quite surprised the referee hasn't dipped into his pocket there. He's let a lot of things flow for both teams, Simon Fair, so he's been consistent. Jackson. Can Worthing make their superiority in terms of the league standings pay? They're 43 positions above Three Bridges. Byron just about amends for his error wins the ball back cleanly, although the players stay down Bennett. Cook now comes away with it. Worthing are in a rush to get things going. Cook, this touch gets away with him. It's Holden being pinned and does well to get it out from that corner, clear it long. Bennett is still hobbling. Jackson now has to check his shoulders. Bennett's hobbling, but has won the ball back and won a free kick. Not really quite sure how Ben Jackson's allowed him to do that. Holden was hobbling and somehow snuck in behind Jackson to pick his pocket and then win a free kick for his team. For Free Bridges, just a chance to slow things down after conceding for a second time. They still have a 2-goal advantage. It's long by Roberts. It's aimless and perhaps slight bit of nervousness creeping in for Free Bridges. Worthing have to capitalise on that though, and Free Bridges have been utterly excellent for the majority of this game. Godziemski gets his first touch, dropping deep, plays it back to Joe Cook. Godziemski then tripped by Holden. Free Bridges looking just to break things up, break play up, make sure Worthing can't build any momentum, create any patterns. For Worthing, they've used all their changes, outfield changes. Taylor Seymour's on the bench, but of course is a goalkeeper. So Colbrand and Krumer and Moulton and Godziemski all on. Free Bridges preparing another change as Ramiro Moulton, one of those substitutes, plays it back to Jackson. O'Day. Square to Joe Cook. Worthing have got all their players committed forward. It's a great effort to try and reduce the deficit further. Cook's got time just to stand on it and assess his options. He can cross it in towards Dollahan. He's offside though. Doesn't connect with it, but has become engaged in plays. Therefore, the linesman's flag on that far side has been raised. Into the final 15 minutes. It's Worthing 2, Free Bridges 4. We're now going to see their third change of the game. Charlie Bennett, who's been the absolute hero for Free Bridges, 2 goals, and possibly the strongest candidate for man of the match, is making way. He'll be replaced by Kevin Rivera. Another like-for-like change. Jamie Crellin keeping multiple attackers on the pitch, so he's not going defensive yet, and with 110 goals in 35 games, no surprise he isn't going defensive. He's a very attack-minded manager. Charlie Bennett gets a warm round of applause from the Free Bridges fans in attendance and his players. He's been absolutely excellent for them. And just after that challenging from Toby Byron, which Byron did win the ball but also caught the man, he has just been a little bit worse for wear, and I think his manager protecting him. As of course they still in a title hunt, 8 points clear with 8 games left. They're looking to be in the 7th tier of English football next season, and protecting players like Charlie Bennett will be top of the priority list as they lead by 4 goals to 2. Long by Roberts. Cook up against Leighton. Leighton wins the contact, but only as far as Colbrand, who hooks it clear. Moulton gets a touch onto it. It's a clever flick to Godziemski. Heavy touch by him, but gets away from Adi Inca and able to turn the teenager. Or actually just turned 20 the other day, actually, Godziemski. Spong now looking to slip in Danny Krumer, who's looking to create an impact off the bench. Neathie now on a yellow card. The ball doesn't quite have the weight of pass to go out of play, and the press of Nkrumah forces Neathie wide and kick out of play, for a throw-in. Adi Inca's now also hit the turf, so we're going to see another break in play. Some gamesmanship potentially in play here. As Adi Inca is straight to his feet. And he's got to go off now because the physio's entered the pitch, which means Adi Inca has to exit the field of play after receiving treatment. So which means Free Bridges will be temporarily down to 10 players. But he will receive some treatment first. Again, the winners of this game advance into the final, and they'll play either Eastbourne Borough or Brighton Hove Albion Academy under 21s at the home of Brighton Hove Albion in May. Adi Inc is to his feet, hobbling and just clutching that left hammy. I think he'll be okay to continue. And Jamie Crellin still has Harvey Willard and Trezor Defika at his disposal if he needs to call upon them. We'll restart with a throw into Worthing. Got 13 games left. There'll be a sizable amount of added time added, I imagine, due to the fact there's been plenty of stoppages and 2 more goals in this game. Byron plays it short to Spong. Okay, Worthing looking to avoid an embarrassment here. It's Byron. Evades Moulton though. Now a chance for Free Bridges to break with Noel Leighton, but Jackson does well to get his body across and intervene. Here's Joe Cook now. Heavy touch, draws it in, but it's bounced back off him to Godziemski. Worthing fortuitously keep possession. Godziemski lays it back off to Cook. Can't get past 2. It's flying in there is Leighton. Cook round the corner to Spong. It's going to drop to Dan Nkrumah. Dan Nkrumah shoots. It's blocked. And Moulton's now going to see us out of play for another Worthing FC corner. A goal here would make the final 10 minutes ever so interesting. Again, if it's level at the end of the 90 minutes, we will go straight to a penalty shootout. Ramiro Moulton to take, the teenager. Crowded penalty box, to say the least. Dollahan looking to make his presence known up against goalkeeper Sam Roberts. It's delivered in by Moulton towards the near post. Gotiemski trying to get a flick on. It's bounced off Gotiemski and out of play for a goal kick, much to the dismay of the Worthing faithful. So, 12 minutes left to play here. Three Bridges are, at this moment in time, the team with the sizable advantage and looking to make the Sussex Transport Senior Cup final and win it, potentially, for the first time in their history. Jackson called for it, won it, but only as far as Ben Holden. Spong flicks her over his head. Koziemski can't affect Holden. O'Day heads it forward. High foot from Dan Nkrumah up against Billy Irving, and it is penalised. Didn't actually make contact with it, but it was a lazy leg from Dan Nkrumah, which sees Simon Fairs, who hasn't really stopped things too much. I've seen him blow the whistle. Sam Roberts will take this free kick a long way from goal, but it just gives Three Bridges the opportunity to gain some territory. Delivered into the Knights guy to that left-hand side. It's over the head of both Leighton and Reece Hallard, and Colbrand sees it out for a throw, and he takes that short to Cook, plays it across his box to Jeffries, who will sweep it onwards to Jackson, and Worthing just need to get on with it, really, if they're looking to have any chance of keeping in this tie. Jackson finds Joe Cook. Cook fires it in, but it's really well in there by 18. Irving was a high foot in there. Referee decides this time that was fair. I'm now going to see another substitution for Three Bridges. It will be the number 8, Brian Villavicencio, who's been everywhere, covered every blade of turf, every blade of AstroTurf. 81st minute, so Villavicencio's off. And Harvey Willard is on in his place, and that's a defensive change. So Three Bridges looking like they're almost going back into a back five now. Joel Colbrand preparing to take this throw in, so Three Bridges made 4 out of their 5 substitutes, as have Worthing. So both managers rolling the dice. Dan Nkrumah, is he bundled over there? He's not, in the opinion of the referee. Richards comes away with it. Heavy touch into his stride. And Cook, that's a robust challenge to halt his progress. But now it's presented to Leighton, who pokes it forward, looking for Reece Hallard, who's so quick. But he's not that quick, and Jeffries beats him to it. Bowls out quickly to Jackson. Immediately, it was Leighton applying the press. Jackson just about got away with it on the slide. Byron in behind, looking for the run of Moulton or Nkrumah. Dan Nkrumah looking to get there first. A crucial touch in there by Neathy. And then a bit of a rushed clearance there from the goalkeeper. Richards looking to keep it in play. He can't. It's a throw into Worthing. Dan Nkrumah trying to use his pace to again, reduce the deficit. Byron over to Joe Cook. Out wide now to Colbrand. Kotiemski looking for the 1-2, but it's good defending in there from fullback Ben Holden. And once more, Three Bridges will look to break forward with Leighton. Jackson looking to halt his progress. Cook helping him out, as is Colbrand. Leighton still has it somehow, and finds Adi Inca. Forward then by the substitute in Willard, but slight bit of rustiness after coming on. Doesn't quite find an ambusher, and it's straight back into Worthing's hands with Ben Jackson now. 8 minutes left of this game plus stoppage time. It's Worthing 2, Three Bridges 4. Here's Jackson, out wide to Byron. Ramiro Moulton making the run in behind. Byron won't use him. Jackson started the ball just inside his attacking half. Dollahan in behind, but I don't think Jackson spots him. O'Day, Moulton, keeping the width, trying to make something happen. Back to O'Day, who started the game as captain for Worthing, but after Joel Colbrand came on the 20th minute, he now has the armband for Joel Colbrand. Cook in towards Brad Dollahan on the edge of the box. Brad Dollahan looking to create an angle to shoot. Dollahan will lay it off to Byron. Byron back to Dollahan. It's so crowded there. Then Nkrumah lays off to Joe Cook, who will shoot it on the half volley. Didn't quite catch it as he would have wanted, which allows it to go straight down the throat of Sam Roberts, who's been excellent in Three Bridges' goal. And for all of Three Bridges' attacking excellence, that the goalkeeper to thank with 2 great saves by Callum Morton, almost certain goals. Adi Inca, Woolard, great touch, taken to his stride, and nutmegs O'Day. That's great play. Now sits it through to Leighton, onto his left foot, great first touch. Spong firing in, wins the challenge, but concedes a corner. I must say, the captain for Three Bridges, Noel Leighton, has been unbelievable for Three Bridges this evening. Doesn't get himself on the score sheet, but has made an absolute nuisance of himself and has wreaked havoc in that Worthing back line. So Three Bridges have a corner now, with just over 5 minutes left to play. Richards to take. Will deliver. It's a decent looking ball. Leighton misses contact. Got to the back stick and blocked there by Godziemski. And out of play for Three Bridges throw-in. I think it was Rivera in there who took the shot on. Repelled by Godziemski. Another chance for Three Bridges just to assess their options, take their time. He's actually going to leave it now for Ben Holden, who, of course, we've seen multiple times in this game, has the ability to chuck the ball over 30 or 40 yards. I think he will do so again. And time is well and truly running out for Worthing with 5 minutes and added time left. They still need 2 goals without conceding. O'Day, is he going to have a chance to clear? No. Drops to Richards. Plays it back now to Ferreira, but Moulton's able to win the ball back and release O'Day. It's a heavy pass, and Ferreira's going to get it all the way back to his goalkeeper. A bit of a heavy pass. Roberts will keep it in play. And Kruma chasing him down. It's good clearance. One in the air by Spong. O'Day cries for handball. That's back with Richards holding the width. Post down the line. Neat pass for Rivera. Leighton was offside. Jackson sliding in and keeps it in play. Spong. Leighton bundling in. Spong just about evades that and plays it back to Jeffries, who looks to get Worthing back on the way quickly with Cook. Passes slightly behind Colbrand, who now will find Godziemski. Away from Holden, and now Cook on the halfway line. Worthing need a goal quick. Cook in behind, looking for Dollahan. It's massively overhit. And straight into the palms of Roberts. And that is the frustration of Adam Hinshelwood's side. His team have probably have enough chances, but it seems like every time Three Bridges have gone forward, they've scored. And Worthing have been slightly wasteful going forward. Byron doesn't decide to challenge. It allows Leighton to control and slip in. Richards in behind. Richards will get it first. Richards away from Jeffries and tries acrobatics, but Colbrand did just enough. I think it was actually Joe Cook in there. Did just enough to put him off. Actually got a crucial touch onto it to deny Three Bridges a 5th goal of the evening. Leighton again. Toby Byron almost lost sight of it. Inadvertently, it was touched down by Leighton. Don't know how much he knew about it, but he managed to get it through to Richards. Substitute. Did really well to get it past the goalkeeper, but then on the slide, trying to find it back in the net, it was Joe Cook got a crucial touch on it. The referee's now going to hurry things up for Three Bridges. It's going to be taken by Reece Hallard with Richards the short option. Hallard actually will deliver. It's dangerous again, and it's off the head of Rivera, off the back of his head. Out play for a goal kick, but once more Three Bridges winning their aerial contact, winning their duels. And it certainly will be interesting to see what Adam Hinshelwood says on this performance from his team. I don't envy the person who will be interviewing him. It is me. Ben Jackson over to Josh Jeffries, plays it square. Jeffries now will go long. Looking for Nkrumah, looks to flick it on, but it's one in there once more by Irving. Three Bridges now just gaining some confidence and reclaiming possession, and just Worthing can't break out. That's a loose pass by Colbrand. Presents Three Bridges with the ball once more. Chance for a 5th. It's poked in with the instep. Dangerous looking ball. Byron will clear. And Spong's able to turn around his own box. Again, it was Leighton trying to win the ball back. He's so quick off the mark. Cook spoons it out of play. It doesn't actually, kept in play by Godziemski. Again, an amber shirt is straight, breathing down his neck. The ball has gone out of play. And it's gone Worthing's way. Colbrand to take. I'm going to tell you what, Moulton is in acres of space on this left-hand side. If he can be picked out. Three Bridges playing an awfully high line. That's their philosophy, and that's the way they play, and it's worked for them this evening. Again, they're presented with the ball. Godziemski then fouls Rivera. That's a free kick to Three Bridges, who have been excellent in the last 5 minutes. Slight bit of nervousness creeped in when they conceded their second, and then Callum Morton had that gilt-edge opportunity to make it 4-3 with 20 minutes left. Great save by Sam Roberts, keeping him at bay. Since then, Three Bridges have done really well just to reassume control of the tie. Win their 3 kicks, win their second balls, win their aerial duels. Such a cliche, but they've wanted it more. It's played short to Hallard. Spong and O'Day looking to win the ball back, but Hallard's dug it out off Spong's foot for another Free Bridges throw-in. We're into the dying embers now. 88 on the clock. The fourth official is getting his board ready. It's still Worthing 2, Free Bridges 4. And Free Bridges, if they were to advance, there would be full value for it, as they've been absolutely excellent. Again, they're eighth tier team, but they're top of the 8th tier and scored so many goals. So it's a bit of a false position. Probably the quality of a top tier 7th tier side, really. Eddie Inca fires out wide to Richards. Let's play it 1-2. Byron gets a touch on it. O'Day pokes it forward. Dollahan gets a touch onto it. Hayden Eathy once more deals with it in a no-nonsense manner. It's going to break Leighton's way on the left side. Is he going to go to the corner? I think he probably will, and that's not the daftest idea at this point in the game. Cook trying to win the ball back. Does get a touch onto it. Leighton somehow gets it out to Holden. Once more, in the most unlikeliest of situations, Leighton's made something out of nothing. Holden just decides to hack this one clear. Almost looking for the corner. This one's going to bounce out of play. Leighton's good, but he's not that good. He can't keep that in play.
Could I have your attention, please? In the interest of public
60 seconds left of the allotted 90.
Of the pitch, would all spectators please refrain from entering the field of play at the end of the game?
Jackson plays it square to Jeffries. We're now really into Dying Embers. It's Godziemski. Short to O'Day. O'Day, Byron. Looks in behind for Nkrumah. Neathie again for the umpteenth time this evening. Gets a crucial touch onto it. Anywhere will do for Free Bridges. Not sure how much added time will be added on. We will see the board in about 20 seconds. Byron. Jackson. Worthing need a third now. But Free Bridges have been so good defensively. Molson. Around the corner. Godziemski on the side. Can't get there. Spong will collect it and try and work it out. Go for a sea of yellow shirts, but he's crowded out. Adedi Inca has been everywhere. Burst past O'Day. It's 2-on-2. Tries to step over, but Cook gets in there first. Somehow Adedi Inca's got it first. Joe Cook. That's a poor challenge on Hallard. And that will definitely be a yellow card. And 5 minutes have been added.
5 additional minutes at the end of the game.
That challenge sort of speaks volumes of Worthing's frustration this game. Joe Cook, an own goal in this game. And just a no-nonsense challenge there on Hallard, who stayed down. It was late. No malice in it, but it was late. It was frustrated. Slightly petulant. But I think Worthing players have slowly accepted that their Sussex Transport Senior Cup campaign is coming to an end here. And after a bizarre 15 minutes where they conceded 3 in those 15 minutes, they left themselves on a mountain to climb, and it's proven impossible despite them scoring 2 goals. But Free Bridges adding a 4th, that really was game over. Worthing have had chances. Warren have had a couple of chances to restore parity. One in the air by Leighton again. Cook clears. Straight to Ferreira. Byron doesn't know too much about that. Jackson gets it clear. Dollahan gets his body in the way against Ferreira. Spong gets there first. Looking to come away with it and try and mount a counter-attack. Spong looking to release it. And Daniel Nkrumah is out towards it. Godziemski's trying to make it, but he won't get there. Just has a bit too much weight and power on that pass, and it's out of play. For yet another goal kick, and Sam Roberts now has the chance to take his time, assess his options. As we've played 90 seconds of the added 5. Free Bridges, it looks like they are going to advance into that final in May. They will play either Eastbourne Borough or Brighton Hove Albion under 21s in that game. Both sets of players appealing that the throw-in's their way. It's been given Worthing's. 3 minutes left. Worthing need 2 goals in 3 minutes without conceding to send it to penalties. Cook. Jackson. This game has been full of twists and turns, but it's sort of petered out in the last 15 or so minutes due to Free Bridges' excellence. Byron is in behind looking for Dollahan. One in there by Irving, who it's not the best of clearances. I think he's conceded a corner in there. Bit needless, but again, anywhere will do for Free Bridges. Walter's looking for a ball as that ball's been kicked into the neighbour's garden. A late goal here for Worthing would make the last 2 minutes interesting. But it needs to be now if they're going to have any chance of restoring parity. Moulton to deliver. It's a dangerous looking ball in there. It's cleared heroically by Leighton again. He's been absolutely everywhere. Free Bridges have a chance to... If Richards played Hallard in, he was in there. on bearing down in goal. It's then eventually cleared off a Three Bridges player for a Worthing throw-in midway through their attacking half. 2 minutes left. Colbrand plays it over to Byron, who's all the way over on that far side. Slips in Jackson. Moulton. Heavy touch, draws in Ferreira, but Moulton's ridden the challenge well. Moulton's advancing, and Richards backpedaling, gets his foot on the ball. Now it's Ferreira. Kotiemski tracking back, Ferreira looking to keep it. Leighton flings around Jackson, and is then fouled. And Leighton's won another free kick for his team. Noel Leighton has been everywhere. It sounds like, don't want to sound like a broken clock, but every challenge in the air, on the floor, he's just put himself about in such a exciting way. Three Bridges, and he's scored 29 goals this season. You can see why. Hallard, who scored 30, he's not even on the score sheet this evening. Koziemski battling for it. Again, Three Bridges get there first. Holden looking down the line. Colbrand volleys it back. Koziemski gets a head onto it. Looks to recollect his own pass, but he can't. Ferreira, who's been an inverted fullback all game. O'Day bundles into him. That's a free kick. It's cleared by Three Bridges anyway. And 30 seconds left now. And Three Bridges, Jamie Crell inside, look to take one step closer to getting their first ever Sussex Transport Senior Cup title. Never won it in their history, but they're going to be in the final here against either Eastbourne Borough or Brighton Hove Albion under-21s at the American Express Stadium. It's long towards the left-hand side. Leighton again won his header, but didn't get there. And it's been given a goal kick. I thought the referee blew his full-time whistle there. We still have 10 seconds left. Just waiting for the inevitable full-time whistle here to put Worthing, really, out of their misery. Jackson looks for Colbrand. It's a loose pass. It evades Colbrand. Godziemski will keep it in play. Up against Reece Hallard. He hits the deck. And the referee waves play on. Hallard. Colbrand gets in there. Now, eventually, Worthing win a free kick, but we're now at the referee's discretion. Cook. Jackson. Simon Fairst takes a look at his watch. Certainly not long left here. There's certainly not enough time for Worthing to get back in the game, and certainly not with passes like that from Ben Jackson. So throw into Three Bridges, and that will be the final action. Three Bridges, 4-2 up, and a full value for their spots in the final. And any team watching this after knocking out Horsham and Worthing should be worried. Three Bridges are a real threat. Referee's weighing it. Again, Jackson competes against Leighton. They're both tussling for it. It's now Rivera going straight towards the corner. Up against Byron. Rivera does really well. Great show of strength to keep it in play. Tries to kick it off Jackson. Jackson comes away with it. And plays it over to O'Day. Referee's still playing. As O'Day finds Godziemski. Not really sure where we are to playing. There it is, the full-time whistle here at the Go Cashless Go Cardless Stadium. It ends here. Worthing FC 2, Three Bridges 4. Jamie Crell inside booked their spots in the final of the Sussex Transport Senior Cup, courtesy of a massive cup upset here. The 8th tier side have beaten third place in the National League South and beaten them convincingly. They were 3-0 up inside the opening 15 minutes. Charlie Bennett at the double and Hayden Velvet with the opening goal in minute 4. Worthing got a goal back in the first period. Callum Morton scoring his first for the club from close range after a goalkeeping error. However, the 3-goal deficit was restored within 7 minutes of the second period. An own goal from Joe Cook after good work on the right-hand side from Noel Leighton. Worthing got their second with 20 minutes to play. Brad Dollahan seen his shot heavily deflected past Sam Roberts. But the final 20 minutes, after Callum Morton missed 2 gilt-edged opportunities for Worthing, the final 20 minutes were played with great maturity from the 8th tier side. After averaging 3 goals per game across all the league games, they've scored 4 this evening against the Worthing side, who are battling for promotion into the National League. So full time here at the Go Cardiff Stadium. It ends Worthing 2, Three Bridges 4. Three Bridges will play either Eastbourne Borough or Brighton Hove under-21s in the final. Thank you everyone for tuning in on the Sussex County FA's official Twitter and YouTube channel. Thank you everyone for tuning in on Rebels Live. The Three Bridges players deservedly are receiving adulation from those travelling supporters. This is one of the biggest results in their history, and they were full credit, they fully deserved it. Playing with an attack and pizzazz and everything to it, so. Actually, the fight.